All right, now our layout is ready, our nav menu is ready. Now we can start working further. So first thing, we'll work on our login and register pages. So for that, we already have something which came with the scaffolding when we selected that individual account, and it added ASP.NET Core identity pages. So in pages, we have login and logout. In components, account pages, we have login button, login page, and we have register page. Okay, so we are going to use these two pages. Let's run it. So let's see if we can see something. We already added that login button. Let's see how it looks, how the UI looks. Login, if we click on it, we can see this thing. All right, we just need to modify it a bit. We don't need this another service login. We need this section to be in the center. All right, and heading and all that stuff. Let's do this. So first thing, we'll see the layout for all these login, these identity pages. So for this, we have in components account shared, we have account layout. This is the layout. So on this, we have the HTTP contextual login body. So there is nothing. So we are good with this. We don't need to change anything in the layout. Now we'll go to login page. So in login page, we are here. We have all this stuff. What we'll do here, first thing, page title is fine. We'll add our section content. Okay, so this we can copy from our home page. Let's go pages, home page. Let's copy this heading, this section content. All right, and here we'll simply say login, because this is login page. Okay, now we don't need this h1. Now we have this row call md4, which is fine, or maybe call sm4. And after this call sm4, what we'll do, we'll move it to the center. So mx auto, because row is display flags. So mx auto, this is going to move this sm4 to the center. And after this sm4, we have this md6 for external login provider, which we don't need, so we can remove this. Now we just have sm4 with mx auto, so it will be in the center. On this, we can have border class, we can have some padding p3, and I guess we are good. On the page title, we'll say login, and then we can add the blazing URL, the application name. Save it, save everything, hot reload. Let's see how it looks now. And it is like this. Let's remove this user local account to login, this thing as well. So this is this h2, and remove this hr as well. And validation summary, we don't need this, we can remove this as well. Save it, everything is fine. On this button, this submit button, this is btn lg btn primary. So what we'll do, we'll have simply, we'll remove this w100, we don't need it full width. So we'll have btn and btn main. That's all what we need. So save it. Let's see how it looks now. And it is coming up good. All right, now let's remove all these three things. We'll have this register as a new user. So let's move this login to the right and this register as a new user on the left. All right, and then this thing, let's not use these floating labels. We'll use simple form control text boxes. All right, so here for the submit button on the container div, what we'll do, we'll say div class display flex, justify content between, so that we can have items as left and right, and align items center, so that vertically items are centered. So account register, this thing, let's cut this and add it here. So we have registered as a new user, and then we'll remove forget password, recent email. You can have it if you want, but for this simple application I'm not using this. Alright, then we have login button, which will be on the right side. And for this first register as a new user, let's change the text. So we'll say, are you a new user? So new user question mark. If yes, then you could register from here. Save it. Alright, save everything. We should be good. But before that, what I'll do, I'll simply remove this form floating classes. Form floating, and we are good. Alright, then we'll change the HTML places. So we'll first have label, then input text. First label, then input text. And for this one, this checkbox, we are okay with this design. So looks like everything is fine. Let's save it. We have this section. We don't need explicit section for this, so let's remove this section as well. So I'll do this, and we should be good now. So let's save everything. Let's hot reload, and let's see how it looks. And it is looking like this, which is better. Alright, now if you go to register page, we have the similar kind of thing on register page as well. So we'll modify it same as login page. Okay, let's do this quickly. We know what all we need to do. So register.razor, first thing, register blazing URLs. Then we need our section. We don't need h1 on this, so we'll have this section, and here we'll say register. All right, then we'll have this call sm4, and we'll have mx auto, we'll have border, we'll have p3 or p4, what was that, p3 status message. Then we have edit form. From edit form, we'll simply remove validation summary h2 and hr, remove these. We are good. Then we'll remove form floating classes. So form floating, and form floating from 3 places. Then we'll have label first and input text after that. All right, then submit button, we'll simply wrap this in a div with class display flex, justify content between, what is the problem, justify spelling, justify content between, and align items center. All right, we have this register button. The second div we don't need for external login provider. All right, we need login link. So for that, we can go to login, and we can simply copy the anchor tag, paste it, and instead of account/register, we'll say account/login, and here we'll say existing user. If you are an existing user, then simply login. So okay, and for this register page, register button, we'll have btn and btn main, these two classes. So save everything, and I guess it should look same. Save everything, hot reload, we have login, and we have register. It looks fine now, right? Existing user login, register, it looks fine. All right, now let's have some spacing between these two, this register and this border. Okay, so for this, let's do this on this. After P3, let's add empty, maybe margin top 3 as well, right? So I'll add this for both this register and login page. So on login as well, I add this P3 on this main div and empty3. Now we are good. So the styling is done for login and register pages, right? Now we can start on its functionality. With functionality, most of the functionality is already there for login and register. We just need to tweak it a bit. All right. So first thing, if we check, let's go to login. When I log in, it takes some time. Then it shows this. That means the request goes to server. So this is happening because we are not using enhanced forms. Okay, so let's use enhanced form for this. So what enhanced form is, if we go to network tab, if we close this, let's remove this overview. All right, we are here, we are on all. Now if I click on this login, you see there are new request. If we go to doc, it is actually a document. That means full page refresh. Okay, there is nothing in fetch access tab. This is different. This is browser link for hot reloading. Now in order to make it enhanced form, what we can do, on this edit form, we can add one parameter which is enhanced. So we'll add this on login and register both. This is register form enhance. Okay, which is a shorthand for enhance equals to true. So if it's boolean and we want to pass true as a value, we can directly omit this equals true. We can directly use enhance. So save it, maybe stop and rerun. So now we should see that it will not make the complete page refresh. It will simply use the fetch request. If I come here, if I open it, open network, clear everything, clear all, and now if I press login, there is one request. If I go to fetch, we see this is a fetch request. So this is not a full page refresh now. All right, now let's try to add something. Login, it is not a valid email. Let's use some valid email. Login and invalid login attempt. That means this thing is working. Now let's go to register. Same validation is there. Let's quickly register a user. So I'll say abhay1@gmail.com. Password. Now this need that if I add some simple password, what was that, 123 123. If I register, password must be at least 6. So 123 456. All the validations are working. 456. Register. Now this is an error. We need a secure password for ASP.NET Core identity. So one special character, one alphanumeric, A to Z, special character and everything. So for that, let's do this. Let's add pwd capital P @123. Okay, let me show you what I'm using here. So we can say this text. So this is the password. Let's use the same password here @123. I'm using a different password, so it is saying password do not match. Password should match. Okay, register and we are good. So this is default register confirmation and all these. I'm going to remove this. If you have your email client and everything is ready, you can use that. So click here to confirm your account. Email is confirmed. And now if I try to log in with this thing, it should allow me to log in. Abhay1@gmail.com, pwd @123. login, and we got logged in, and now it came to home page, and we can see this dashboard, my links, and logout thing. That means now this not authorized and authorized section is also working. Now if I log out, I should see just login button. That means login and logout functionality is working, register functionality is working. All right, now we'll start working on our other things. pwd@123 login. Cool. Okay, now we can start working on this home page. Cool.